It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on, is it Christmas Eve?
It will be in a few hours.
Welcome to the day of Christmas.
Christmas Eve day is what it is.
To all our friends in South Florida, LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago, to my sister in New York, to my ex-wife in Boston, welcome.
You put that all in one sentence?
All in one sentence.
You know, last time I did that, I got a hate letter on that.
Did you? And if you have a hate letter for me, send it to her.
Yes, apparently when I put two things in one sentence and I got some hate mail.
Did you? Don't worry about it. It's all good. It is the perfect Christmas day, not too hot, not too cold. We got all sorts of friends here today, new friends.
Got some tinging on your mic.
I got tinging on my mic.
On my mic.
On mic 1 and 2, turn the gains down. There you go. They got it. I just want to say also to my family in Puerto Rico, my dad was, how old was my father? 87? 87. Bendición and Merry Christmas, and I will be calling you in a little while.
What's he doing for Christmas?
He's celebrating it with his brother.
How old is he?
The games.
How old is his brother?
He is 83.
Wow, that's nice.
There used to be 14 brothers and sisters in that family.
Seriously?
And my mother had 12.
Holy smokes. I think of another word, but we're on air, so I won't say that. Seriously?
Speak about it. Bring it up.
You had 26
Yes, uncles.
uncles, aunts? Oh, your cousins, you might have a huge family someplace.
We got a letter from Washington, D.C. in the 70s that we were one of the largest families in the United States.
Seriously?
Yes.
What, were you part of the Census Bureau?
I don't know.
when you have to run the Santori family.
Maybe they wanted to know if we were registered. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's pretty bad.
That's hilarious.
It is.
Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas Day, Christmas Eve day. It's been a long Christmas, a long holiday season, but it is here, and I'm really happy that we're having a show today, and we have the big unveiling of our Brooklyn Bridge that Ned Moulton has been working on. How many months, Ned?
Months and months.
Months and months and
Always
months.
It seems like years, but it's only months.
So to call the artist, give us a call right here in the studio at 888-994-4995. We have Ned's family in studio. Kids are off of school, teachers are out of work. My daughter says, Mom, you working today? Yeah, I'm working today.
I thought your daughter was coming up.
I told her to come up, so we'll see what happens. Maybe she'll still show up.
Oh, she's not working.
She's not working. Teachers are off.
Is she out buying gifts?
Perhaps.
Oh.
Although we don't celebrate Christmas in the sense of Christmas,
No,
but when you go to somebody,
8 gifts, a bunch of rip-offs.
but you know what? When you go to people's houses for holidays, you still have to bring something, right? And you forget about that planning side of it. So I think if I were actually celebrating Christmas, I would be one of those last shoppers at the mall tonight until they close.
You would be the last shopper, and you don't buy gifts because you're from the Jewish tradition.
Well, we're going to some family's house tonight, so right, I got to bring something, and I missed the boat on getting something. So I think after I leave here today, stores are still open. We're going to some friend's house tomorrow. They invited us. So again, I have to go get something. What do you bring people as a that's not even housewarming. It's a Christmas gift. They don't need a car.
Yeah,
A Mercedes?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you give a gift like a car, nobody's ever going to question it. Because
What
it
is
has to be
the
your
best gift? We should ask all our viewers and listeners, what's the best gift to bring someone whose homes you're going to? Now, you know they don't need food. right? Because they've been cooking for a week. They don't need dessert because everyone else is bringing dessert. Alcohol?
You're gonna bring a kid alcohol?
It's not a kid. For Christmas tomorrow, we're going to.
But it's all about the kids.
Well,
Not
that
the
family,
grown-ups.
those kids are all grown. Today, they're younger
Yeah,
kids.
when
So,
you go to visit people,
what do you bring?
take?
I take them a piece of art.
You take a piece of art.
Yeah.
The whole piece, the whole thing, or just a piece?
No, I get a little sketch of what they could have if they bought it.
It's like the buyback money. Be
Well,
back.
You are a genius.
I
I
got it-
love that.
I got it all from her.
I love that. Can you imagine just taking a piece of art and saying, if you want the rest, it costs you $2,500?
That's right.
So Robin, I
It
guess you
worked.
trained him well, huh?
It worked.
You gotta love this guy.
Well, you know, she's got this whole product. This is Ned's daughter. Robin's with us. So
Linda.
Ned's daughter, Linda. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna say.
Linda. Why is Robin on? Who's
That's
Robin?
okay.
Who's Robin?
Who is Robin?
Who's Robin? Batman and Robin.
All right. Whoever is Robin is in my head. You have to call in because we got Linda with us. She's telling him all about product placement and ideas. Did you give him the idea of the beat back money?
The be-back money? No, I did not.
That's
no.
a genius. You know,
It really is.
I've used
I like
that with everybody.
Dan loves that idea.
Good. Yeah, that's
There was a gentleman in here the other day who should remain faceless. And
Nameless?
He was gonna buy faceless.
Maybe it's Robin.
And he was gonna buy a piece of art. I knew right away he wasn't gonna buy it. So I said to her, "Why don't you give him some beat-back money?" And it worked.
I'll be right back.
He says, "I'll be right back."
It was a great idea.
I did that for a couple of years. Honest, I swear to God, one person didn't bring the dollar back. And she came back the next day. She said, "I was feeling so bad yesterday. I had to go home, and I brought your pen."
Did she sound like that too?
I took the pen off the dollar and I gave her the pen. But no, she sounded terrible. And she, honest to God, now I truly believe if I had put $20 bills on the pen and give it to them, I would have never seen any of them.
Well, you know, when they do the mailers you get, right, from different political parties, they send you a penny.
Right.
It costs more to send the freaking penny than it does.
Sure.
Why put the? Yeah, they send out stuff, and you think how many thousands of people they're sending this money to. But I guess they figure it's got to be worth the investment, or they wouldn't do it,
They do it. That's
right? Because you get the dollars back.
Dawn, you're hilarious. It costs thousands of dollars to send a penny.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Think how much it costs to send a letter, to send a penny. Everyone gets a penny,
That's funny.
and everyone keeps the penny. No one gives it back. So they must get that many donations that it works to send the penny.
If you send me a penny,
Well, you
I'm
do
not
a-
keeping a penny.
What do you do with it? Send it back?
Yeah, return to sender.
Well, we need to ask Linda because this is what you do. Right?
I
Well, no,
do.
she doesn't mean send pennies, but you help
Linda, you send
market.
a penny?
You help market, and you do.
Well, I do. I mean, I am the CEO of Cortex Leadership Consulting, and what I used to do is marketing and branding. So yes, I know a little bit about it.
Did she
But
try
she's
to
not
teach you
sending
well,
out a
Ned?
dollar.
You know, every
I mean,
time Ned's here, he has his shirt on.
He actually taught me very well because when you're in outdoor art shows, that's a very competitive retail space. So he taught me a lot about public relations and how important it is to stand out from the crowd. And so if you're in a room full of people and competitors, how do you get them to remember you versus somebody else? And so he was great at that.
Ned, how long did you do that for?
50 years.
Yeah.
50.
This is how our conversation
Yeah,
goes.
Mom. Oh, yeah,
Is
it
this
is.
what it was like growing up?
Yeah.
50
Oh, are
years.
you
No, it
kidding?
wasn't.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, for
How many years was it? But now that you said no,
It's on now. It's on now. Off and on 50 years, but not
Off
continuous.
when was I ever off? I never took a vacation. I'm still working.
but I don't
That's
remember
true.
him saying that it was on and off. I remember him saying he's been in the business 50 years.
Oh, he's been in the art business, yes, for
At least
50
50
years.
But not art shows.
Not art shows, no. Because we had gallery business coming in
Okay, okay.
in 84,
That's all right.
okay?
Now they
And we're selling to galleries all over the country.
No, were you his manager during this?
Yes, I'm his, and still am,
My owner.
his manager.
Owner, manager, model, you name it. She wears all kinds of hats.
I wanted to ask, and you look fantastic on camera anyway. I just wanted to ask you.
Thank you.
Now you know his good strengths and his weaknesses as an artist and a person, yeah?
I think so.
Which I think is really important in you selling your art because you're very clever, you got a great sense of humor, and you're not too bad of an artist.
No, that's my weak spot.
You're very diverse, and you're
He
really
wrote
good at the
He
marketing.
wrote a comic strip. He
Oh.
really never talks about
Oh,
it.
no, he told us.
Did he tell you?
And last week he did his poem for us, and I think Monica, what have you been doing with Ned? You need a mic.
Yeah, she's actually.
She's been working with Ned, doing some filming.
I did some filming and now I'm editing it. The first one is the poem, but it's not ready yet.
Okay. And what are you going to do with this footage?
She
Marketing.
She got it.
Gonna give it to.
Facebook.
Gonna give it to Robin.
That's right. Whoever the hell Robin is,
You know,
we're giving it to Robin.
But the funny.
I've been doing this to him all weekend with names, though.
The funny thing.
Haven't I?
Yeah. Oh wait.
All week I've been giving him names. And he goes, who was that? I don't know. We'll find out.
The funny thing about him is I always see him as a Cape Crusader, like a cartoon character, like a Captain Artist. Or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Because I think that Captain Artist, which again is you, you're able to leap art in
In a single bound.
Okay,
You know, we should have put you on the bridge, Ned.
No.
We should make a 360.
You know what I was gonna have? I was gonna have a guy hanging on a rope off the bridge, but I said, you know what?
No, I don't think we will.
That's a downer.
I think we should unveil the bridge because this bridge has been an evolution in progress, and it started out as the bridge,
Just the bridge. Yeah.
just the bridge. And then I saw Ned
Let's use 3.
at the holiday party, and he says, let me show you the background. Now, you had said you were doing a background. I didn't realize the depth of the background. And then he says to me, Freddie, if you look really closely,
Yes.
you're on the top of the Empire State Building, being me. He says, but it's really, really small. So, you know your dad's sense of humor, right? I think he's kidding.
That's a gorilla.
Until I come in today, and there I am on the top of the Empire State Building. You're holding me right by the waist, going like this.
But I'm a gorilla. And he has my
And your
hat
hat is on the Statue of Liberty.
Hilarious.
That,
Hilarious.
how long did it
Just
take you to
branding.
do this?
That was
It's
just
what a
branding.
great piece.
I probably spent 60 hours on this.
Wow.
And not bad for something you said you're gonna get done in a week.
I thought it would take 2 or 3 hours, really. You know, it sounded like nothing. But what I didn't realize, I knew nothing about bridges.
What's that?
Everything.
Your hat is right in that picture. Do that again?
That I know nothing about
Except for
bridges.
that.
Except you knew nothing about bridges.
I learned it in about an hour, and then I'll do it in about 2 hours.
Well, what did you need to know about the bridge when you made this?
What did I know about it?
What did you need to know other than you cut it
Well,
out?
first of all, the first mistake I made, the bed of the bridge.
The
The
bed?
first mistake. He has
There
a-
was many.
He has a few.
The bed?
There was many.
The road was outside the bridge. It wasn't supported by the whole thing. It was totally, absolutely pathetic. Now, I even had Freddie come over and look at it. He didn't see that. A lot of
Freddie
people
told me
didn't see
something
that.
about the cars on the bridge.
Freddie didn't care. You gotta understand something.
Freddie just wanted the
What
bridge.
Freddie wanted was a bridge. You're an artist, so you're always going to want perfection. I wasn't asking for perfection, and the least perfect it is, for me.
Have you
I love
noticed
it.
what we do?
Have you seen that poster over your right shoulder?
No.
Turn around.
Look at that poster.
You see,
The other right
The
shoulder.
other right
Yeah,
shoulder.
right shoulder.
Oh, my right shoulder?
Yeah. Now, that poster has the World Trade Center in it.
Oh, it does.
that's right.
Now, we have people writing in saying that poster is incorrect. It has the World Trade Center. You can't see the World Trade Center from the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yes, they they write in.
Oh.
Not from
Right,
that
yeah,
view,
not from that
apparently.
part, not from that piece, not from that view. I know you can't. I don't care. It wasn't about what you can see, but people are looking and people are texting, people are talking, and there it is.
Oh, that's right.
Okay?
The other
So-
side we can see.
I don't know about
I don't
this.
know where the Statue of Liberty would be. I just knew where it needed
Well,
to be
who
in the bit.
cares?
It doesn't matter. It
I
only
have to
matters
be honest.
in a
Now
conversation.
that the Freddie is carrying Dawn up there,
The
on
gorilla.
the I literally that's all I see in the piece anymore. I didn't see it at all. Now there's Dawn being dangled at
By
the
Freddie,
top
at the-
of
right by my
the Empire
throat.
State Building.
Well,
That's
you
all I
should-
can see.
Well, you should have done
That's
it. You should have had a,
Yes.
you should have had a falling.
Just
Like in a free fall.
A free fall.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's
I know.
hilarious.
No, that would have gone too far. Listen, oh no, we would do that because that would go
No,
way
this is
too
also
far.
in proportion of what it is. But it's a great piece.
Every piece of art in this whole building, in fact, is a projection of the artist's own personality and flaws and strong point, and his personality. So I can do certain things, and I can't be totally free. I'm not that kind of person. I can be funny, and I can be serious, and there's serious parts of that, and there's funny parts
Get
of that.
closer to your mic. I'm losing you. Say that again.
Let me say that again.
Yes.
I can be very serious and very deep voice and talk like an announcer.
All right, so
I can just
what's
have a
the
good time.
serious part of this piece?
The bridge itself.
All
I'm
right.
gonna tell you, you can be all those things, but the one thing that you are consistently at is you're an artist, and that is a
Oh
piece
yeah,
of art.
I was an artist since I was 3 years old. I'd never admitted to anybody, but that's all I ever wanted to do. I tell you, here's an interesting story. I met my wife and I were on our 50th wedding anniversary. We were
My condolences.
How many years are you married?
60.
60.
It only
And you
seems
never
like
had a fight.
God bless you.
no, we've only had one, but it's lasted the whole time.
Amen.
Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be very honest with you. When I first saw this piece, I was very nervous. There were three guys, the three wise men, as I call them. They were talking about the rope and getting the wires and the ropes and everything on the bridge. Now the Brooklyn Bridge, if you look at its wire structure, it looks like guitar wires.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't put the little wires on there because
That's right.
I was afraid it'd fall apart. It
That's
just
right.
didn't make sense. Now,
But
the other thing is,
you came up with this concept, and I was a little worried about it.
yeah, I
But what brought this whole thing together was the background.
Yes.
The background actually brought the piece to life,
right.
which is really cool.
In fact, it inspired me to do some more backgrounds on the horses that I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm in the process right now of doing a picture of the Churchill Downs in the background, and then having horses run in front of it. And in fact, I think you're cutting out. You haven't cut them out yet. We're starting to cut out horses.
Gary is saying no.
Gary,
So it was Gary, and he's shaking his head.
Gary, did you have anything to do with this piece? Here, Gary.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you have anything to do with that piece?
Only helping him mount it.
When you help me with
Mounting the bridge to
Nailing it onto the
Yeah.
background. Yeah.
Gary, are you an artist as well?
No.
You just helped Ned.
He's not expounding on the answer
Nice.
for you, Don. It's not going to happen.
He helped mount it. No. Dylan, I thought you were a man of few words. Somehow I think Gary might have beat you.
Well, they didn't know they were going to be on like live streaming.
Ah.
So Lorraine's back there going, and like,
Whenever
she has no idea how many times she's been on camera
Well,
at this
she's
point.
hiding behind the popcorn machine.
Yeah.
Anytime you come to the set, there's always going to be some kind of interactive. I mean, that's what streaming is all about.
That is.
That's what we put the
Absolutely.
programs together. Okay, so now we have a piece, right? Which we can always enhance to make more complicated. We can make it even. We're going to actually make the room in there the sights and sounds of New York. So I'm
As
thinking.
long as it's not the smells, we're good.
That'd be easy. Just put
I
garbage
totally
in
agree
there.
with that.
Right?
But the object of the
Like
game
dirty
is
water
that
dogs
I'm gonna-
and
what's wrong
the
with that?
sewer and the subways and
Espresso was not a dirty water dog.
What
It's
is
a
it?
hot dog.
it's in dirty water. It's like dirty water coffee.
Anyway, so we're gonna put the sights and sounds, and you're gonna be leading the way with this. We have some other artists that have paintings and pictures, and I think we talked about it.
Yeah.
Even Steve got into it because he gave us a painting I put in there crooked. I gotta sort of straighten it out because I would like to have the cafe to have the sights and sounds of New York City. So they're coming up with a tape. My son and I were talking about it this weekend. Where if you ever go to Manhattan, you hear the cabs and you hear
Oh, love it.
the dirty dogs and
The sounds, the noises of Manhattan. City noises, there you go.
So we're gonna put it in there as well,
Nice.
so that we can have. And then I had asked Dan because I wanted to make this like a playhouse. And you walk into a playhouse and it smells like popcorn. So he got his own popcorn machine. I didn't want to eat it. I just want the smell. And they said,
But now be
that's
sure
our
you.
favorite.
But you know what happens when you make it? You eat it.
Yeah.
Every day we're eating popcorn.
Yeah, we can't do that. We're not allowed to do that. That is not in the keto diet. Thank you very
It's
much.
so not in any diet, I can tell you that. This past week, man.
But then we
Yeah.
put it in a big basket and we give it to the gallery. But then we had to get butter. We had to get salt.
This has
Wait a
turned
minute.
into a house.
Okay, let me tell you a story.
Tell me a story.
This is a story about popcorn. when we were doing art shows, my son and I would do shows together sometimes, and it's extraordinarily boring to sit there and watch people walk by. They don't pay any attention to what you're doing. So I got an idea. I said, look, I discovered just by going crazy and sitting at a show and starting to squeeze water bottles, that if you squeeze a plastic bottle, it sounds just like popcorn.
And this is what entertained him at the art show.
And bubble wrap.
And
Bubble
bubble
wrap
wrap.
it's kind of like but bubble wrap is too slow. You got pop, 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 pop. So what I did was I would take a bottle, an empty plastic bottle behind the booth, and I would start popping it. And go pop, 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 pop. And my son would stand out front and he would say, "Hey, would you like some popcorn?" "Yeah, go." And he's got popcorn. And people would come around and they'd see me popping the bottle, and they would laugh, and we'd have a good laugh. Blah blah blah. One time, a lady came back, and my son had sent her back there. He wants some popcorn, and so she came back here. I was popping the bottle. I says, "You like salted or just regular butter?" And I'm trying to show her that this is a joke. She never got the
She never got the joke.
Could understand it.
Till today, she still haven't gotten it.
I couldn't convince her.
How many kids do you have? 3?
80.
All from the same wife? For 60 years, 80 kids, that's like 2 kids.
Oh, there's probably kids we don't know about. There's no doubt. There's 3 kids that we're aware of. 1 wife, 3 kids. That's what I know about. Yes. Oh yeah, I'm the youngest. Yeah.
You got brothers and sisters?
I do. Sister is 6 years older and brother is 9 years older.
So her sister lives in Puerto Rico.
My
Sister's
That's
child.
hilarious. That's
My
sister's
granddaughter.
child.
My 25-year-old daughter lives
Oh, your
in
daughter
Puerto
lives in Puerto Rico.
with my son-in-law,
I
Thomas.
think that you and Robin should go. Okay, where does she live in Puerto Rico?
She lives in San Juan.
Oh, okay.
Yep, she's working for a company called Fast Enterprises that creates the software for the government there to collect revenue. So we can all say that's probably
But she's
very
a busy
important.
woman,
She's an extremely busy woman.
because there was some issues with that recently.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Really, really, really tough. They're going to be changing mandates in January about who collects what. Apparently, it isn't about paying, but whoever collects it doesn't quite deposit it.
Really?
We'll keep
Well,
politics
now I
of the
have
American
something to
government aside, right?
Now I have something to talk about at Christmas Eve dinner tonight.
Is she in town?
She is. She
She
is.
is.
We're renting a house in Lake Worth, and so
And
yeah.
how long are you in town till?
Saturday.
Oh, so you should bring her during the show. I'd love to talk.
Oh.
Off the
He'd
air.
love to
I
talk Puerto
bet
Rico.
you
Friday,
would. Well,
my son
clearly.
comes.
Where's your son coming from?
He's coming from Marco Island.
Oh, he's in Florida. What
And
does
he
do?
creates the backgrounds for theaters. Like,
Oh, it's very cool.
So
He's
after
very good.
tell him what.
So Nancy, you're holding. Can I tell you something? It's a secret.
What?
But you're the only one we heard about.
Huh?
What?
You're the only one we hear about. The son, not so much.
Really?
Oh, we do.
I'm
We
the
talk about
loudest, most
son.
obnoxious
Oh,
one,
yeah.
so
Look,
that's
he's in.
usually
What's
Oh,
his
is he
talk
an
about.
actor too?
What's your son's name, Robin? What's his
No.
Let's make a
John-
name. I'll be
John
Robin.
Timothy.
What do you think we should
John
call
Timothy.
John?
John Timothy, and he acts in Marco Island in the theaters
And you haven't told
and
us
comedy.
this why?
If you
You're
can have
holding
him
out
on,
on us,
he'll
Nancy.
be here Friday morning.
Well, bring him
Absolutely,
in.
Bring him. As a matter of fact, bring him. We'll do a set around his comedy, and then what I'm
Oh,
looking
he's
for is a
hilarious.
We're
My
gonna
brother
do. Let
is
him do the show
hilarious.
here Friday at 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Friday
He is
at 12.
Legitimately fun.
Okay.
Or one.
Oh,
brother
he's
is legitimately
legitimately
Or he
funny.
can do one
Oh,
as long as he doesn't curse on radio. But yeah, let's bring him on
he's
Friday.
got a great sense of humor.
As long as he doesn't curse.
As long as he doesn't curse,
He
we're
doesn't
good.
curse, no. He sings,
She's
he
so
dances,
lying.
he does
We
everything.
just tell him not to curse, but she's so lying.
No
Oh, he
curse.
doesn't curse.
Well, not on the
Please.
program.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
curses like a saint.
let's put some boundaries
All
around
right, so
this
he's
for
a
a second,
stand-up.
okay?
He's an actor, comedian. He does backgrounds.
And he does a background. What was the play he just finished? Ned's got pictures of it.
They're
the
never
children-
gonna come up with
the
a name.
children's-
This will be a half an hour before they come up with a name.
Annie M, yeah.
Children of a Lesser God. Sounds like Freddie's like playing
Annie,
charades
shot,
with you.
Annie, you shot my horse.
No.
Annie, you shot my horse.
No.
Wizard of
Wizard of
Oz?
Oz.
No.
Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz.
This is like name that.
The Wizard of Oz,
Right?
he did.
What is it?
They're
It's
8
three
feet.
words.
All
They're
right, so it
8
was
feet
Children
tall,
and Annie,
8
and
feet-
ultimately we
yes.
got the Wizard of Oz. We got that.
And he has them stored now because they've just finished.
He has what stored?
All the
Backdrops.
backdrops.
The backdrops.
Where does he store them?
I don't know.
They have a place. They have a storage in Marco
Can we
Island,
bring one
the
here?
theater.
I don't know whether he
How
would.
cool would
that be?
He's not. I don't
They're
think he can bring them here
stunning.
now.
Wow.
That's what they do, 'cause
Do you
they
know what
reuse
though?
them.
They have. He has a lot of pictures. You can put them up
That's what I
because you
wanna
have
talk to him
great.
about.
Yeah, I mean, he can bring the pictures and
Wow.
download them to you, so you can put them on air.
When I was at NYU, when I was going to school at NYU, I worked for my father in construction. I used to work down in Manhattan. And I used to work by the NBC and CBS theaters where they held the props for One Life to Live, General Hospital, all the soapies.
Yeah.
So I got to see the desk, the pieces, and they used to roll them into sets. So I used to go at 12 o'clock and have a sandwich for lunch, and I used to watch this whole thing happen in front of me. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
I always thought the sound effects were amazing. I loved sound effects when I was in school.
We should get a sound effects machine.
We have Dan.
Yeah, that's true. And then watch them pop in here any minute.
Yeah,
The sound effect.
DJs have sound effects.
Well, we
They
have a
have
DJ.
sound effects. You
We
know what
have
I
a
mean?
DJ, yeah. Do we have
Yeah, that you
Steve?
I used to love, that was one of my favorite courses when I was in school, was the sound effects. It's so cool. But you were holding out on us. You didn't tell us that your son was an actor and did backdrops and...
I didn't want to take attention away from myself.
You didn't,
I believe that.
you didn't even tell me you had a daughter.
Well,
Oh, wait
The second daughter.
Yeah, we didn't know you had a
on
second
this.
daughter either.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Gwen is hilarious
And
too.
Gwen
I put
is-
her in a commercial one time.
My other daughter's
Gwen was
hilarious.
In a commercial one time. Oh yeah.
Now, let me tell you what he does bring. He brings me pictures that he drew of naked women.
Yeah, I know.
Dad,
I grew up.
Didn't
Can you
tell us-
imagine? Just picture
Can
that.
you tell me how that was? Because your mom told us, yeah, that would be me. I said, oh, okay.
But,
Must we talk about
but you
this?
can tell it's her because it looks like
Must
her.
we have a conversation
First
about
of all,
this?
Gwen, I wasn't
Daughter
looking
in
at
the
this.
room. Daughter. Daughter in the room. Daughter in the room.
Listen,
Just
these
saying.
people were around 9 years before you.
What's it like growing up with artistic parents?
We don't have long enough to go through the psychology of it. But I will say that, I mean, one of the things you said earlier, in all seriousness, is the fact that I really, what I think he does, yes, he's an artist, but I think he's innovative. I
Yes.
think what his desired outcome is to pick a medium, and he's not happy unless he's doing something innovative with it.
Correct.
Right. So I think I understood that. So I won't get into all the statistics of it, but we've done a ton of research at our company, Cortex Leadership Consulting, about people in corporations. Only 6% of leaders are visionaries. Only 12% know how to ideate. So 80% of people plan and execute. So what I got to do growing up was sit at a dinner table that allowed me to become a visionary, allowed me to learn how to brainstorm. So in business, I innovate constantly with my own companies, with organizations that I work for, because I'm one of the highest we've ever tested in ideation, which is necessary. I mean, Harvard Business Review just did a major study about it. I mean, had I not, and it's at the dinner table, so I'll teach like 12 leaders at a table, and I say, raise your hand if you just, like your dinner table was loud and everybody talked over each other and you discussed ideas. One person out of 12, two people
this
out
happened
of
all the
100
time.
might raise
This-
their hand.
Well, what do they say
Yeah.
dinner was like?
It was in most households. Now, I grew up in Miami too, so it's totally different
Okay.
sort of thing. But in most households, you really grew up with this hierarchical kind of thing where you have to remember, I'm 52. So, and that a lot of my leaders are older. And so their dad would come home, and that was the only time they saw their dad. And so their mother had sort of created dinner, and the kids were to sit. And the father wasn't necessarily an ideator, so the minute that the kid says, hey, I have this cool new idea, shh, that isn't going to work. And so they learned how to suppress and not express ideas. And so you look at what the world's coming to right now in regard to artificial intelligence and the collection of data and information, that's all we're going to need to do in the future. The only thing, the value we're going to bring to anything is our ability to problem solve and create and brainstorm and things like that.
Well,
and so we're not ready for it because people haven't grown up
Well,
learning how to think that way.
It's
True.
amazing when you were growing up in my house with my brothers and sisters and sometimes cousins, whoever was there. There was like massive conversations going on.
Yes.
I mean, I may have had a conversation here, and there was another one over here, and then at the end, we used to make fun of our parents. 'Cause they didn't
Exactly.
speak a lot of English.
Oh, that was awesome.
So and they were good about
That could have worked out well.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
as I got older, the conversations got more deeper. Like, by the time I was in college, sex and all sorts of craziness was going on about relationships and what was going on. But when I was younger, there was conversation going everywhere.
Do you know what a great book that would be? Not about you and your family, but if you
Not
asked
you,
everybody,
Freddie.
but
No,
as
that would
part
not be
of the
good at
book.
all.
Absolutely.
But what it was like growing up for you at the dinner table, for your kids, because I'm sitting here thinking what it was like when I grew up right at the dinner table, because you and I are about the same age.
Right.
Totally different than I think my children's perception of what it was like at the dinner table.
Their perception would
Well,
be,
I don't know what we have to ask them, right? But I think it would be might be totally different if my daughter
Well, how
comes. I'll
was
ask
it?
her.
How was it you growing up?
When I was growing up, my dad wasn't home for dinner often. My
Mm-hmm.
cleaning lady, she made dinner. We ate when we ate, and both my parents worked. So we kind of, once
Oh,
we
so
were old
you didn't
enough,
have
we kind of
like
just
that.
ate when we felt like eating.
Oh, my father was never home either. It was the weekends that I
You know,
never
there was
home.
dinner on the stove, and you just took it when you wanted to take it. Now, my kids, contrary to popular opinion, I used to cook. So we would have dinner as a family, but I think everyone talked over each other.
Right.
As you said, I think there was no respect for the conversation, which is whose voice was loudest that got heard.
Oh,
Maybe
absolutely.
it's a Florida thing.
Well,
Maybe
there's
it's a Miami
definitely
thing.
different.
Maybe.
Well, I think it's definitely a culture thing because where I'm living now in Roanoke, Virginia. I mean, I'll never forget my husband is from Roanoke, Virginia, from Stewartsville. I'll never forget the first Thanksgiving that I arrived, and everyone would finish their sentence, and then someone else would talk. I go, this is a very odd way to communicate. They're very boring. You're going to let them finish that entire story regardless of how long it takes. I just remember thinking I was like on another planet. I had been transported to another planet
And
when
then
people were allowed to finish their sentences.
Who does that?
and then he
does
came
that.
to our house.
Oh, then he never said a word. She goes, he never talks. And I go, we never shut up.
You never give anyone a chance
Do
to
you
say
wanna-
anything.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to see the latest conversation at Thanksgiving with the new millennial strategy? This is what they do.
He texted the
I know.
conversation.
This is a whole conversation,
Well,
and she's talking to people via their phones across from each other.
you know what we're losing is actually what I studied, and it was Judith Glazier. She recently passed away. I was one of the last people that she was able to teach and certify in her work, but it's called conversational intelligence. So we're losing conversational
Yes, we are.
intelligence, and it's through conversation. I want you to think about this. It's through conversation that we build trust.
Absolutely.
So there's 6 elements of trust, and we're almost from a neuroscience standpoint building it or jeopardizing it at any given moment. And when we're not learning how to have a conversation and connect and communicate in that way, it's very difficult to build that trust with one another, right?
How can
So
you
it-
build trust if you don't communicate?
right.
Right?
You
How can
need
you
to.
express ideas and feelings?
But
in
it's
your mind?
effective communication because I'm back to the dinner conversation. If one kid is constantly having the conversation and overpowering another sibling, right? That other sibling feels like, all right, here's the conversation, but
What did I
nobody
tell you?
listens.
What did I tell you? And here's the sound effect guy.
Talking about sound effects.
Sound effect.
People who are writing in, the number to give us a call is 888-994-4995. People said, what's the number again? 888, Dylan, maybe we can put it on the lower third. 888-994-4995.
It's funny, my mother, may she rest in peace, used to do something at the dinner table which was unheard of, just to get people to talk about one thing, because there was so many things going around.
Right.
I'll never forget the day that my father came home. It was a Saturday, and there was this steak on everybody's plate. You would think steak and whatever, and my mother was standing there. She's not eating. And I'm saying, okay, this is not right, Mom. What's going on? What kind of steak is this, Mom? It was delicious. It was horse.
Oh,
It was horse.
For
But
real?
let me tell yeah. No, for fake. Yes, for
Oh,
real.
Dad
True
would
story?
be very unhappy if
It
Mom
was-
served him
it was-
horse.
But let me tell you what happened.
That would not go well at the
Let me
home
tell you
now.
what happened in the old days in the Bronx. We knew a butcher, and we used to buy the meats and he used to tell you, okay, that he wouldn't tell her, okay, here, take this and try it. And and the horse was really cheap, and we didn't have a lot of money. So when she brought it, everybody was like, no, don't ever do that again, and the whole night. But then there was only one conversation.
It was about with the horse.
It was about the horse, and I tell you, I mean, I've eaten rabbit. I ate horse one time.
What it tastes like? Don't tell me
It's
chicken.
delicious. Tastes like chicken.
Was it in the fifth race at the Belmont? Is that where it came from?
Actually, have you ever had
That's
one?
an expensive horse
No.
to eat.
What was the most exotic thing you ever had? You ever had rabbit?
Flaming on.
You never had rabbit?
I'm with you
Rabbit?
over there.
Goat, rabbit?
I'm not doing rabbit. I'm not doing horse. That's not happening.
Well, I wouldn't pick it to have it either. But I'm going to tell you something. She did it, and she used to do things like this all the time. She used to bring up something different.
Huh.
And it would shut everybody down. Because we had the opposite effect. People were talking too much.
She made it. Sammy made it. No, I'm impressed. Do you know who that is?
I have no idea.
She said you wouldn't recognize her.
Who's Sam?
She was here on Friday with her mom.
Holy smokes.
And there's
that's
her mom.
Sam. How are you?
Here's the beauty of where we are at the heart of Delray Gallery. And Dylan, after this, we're going to go to commercial break real quick. Sammy and her mom, actually your sister came in also, right? They walked in. They didn't know why they were here. They stumbled upon the gallery. They pulled into the parking lot. We were all shutting down for Friday. And she sits down and she's looking at colleges and she wants to go into communications because her dad, right, worked with NBC, I guess. And mom used to be in the art world. Next thing you know, an hour and a half later, she says, I'll be back on Monday. And you know what? She came back on Monday. So welcome. Let's take a quick commercial break. More with Ned Moulton, The Bridge, his daughter, a.k.a. Robin, Linda. We've got Nancy and Sammy's in the house. 888-994-4995. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You know, I get so tired of saying that.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Why didn't you do it?
Because that's your trademark. That's your brand.
I have a trademark. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I'm your host, Freddie Santori.
And I'm Dawn Graubert. We're located at 1440 North Federal Highway at the beautiful heart of Delray Gallery. Come on in, we're at Studio A, straight back through the front doors. The Brooklyn Cafe is a show and a platform, as I say, to give women their voice to be heard, because no woman should ever feel she has nothing to say.
Every day is another adventure. It's like reading a book. Every time you open it, the pages all change, and you get to come and explore different things with different people. I have fun with the interns. I have fun with the producers. I have fun with the executive producers, the sponsors. I learn something new almost every day, but we do it under an environment that's fun. It's giving, we give back.
We promote local restaurants, small business, localpreneurs, women in business.
We give people a voice that don't have one. Somebody who has a small business. We give them an opportunity to come in here and shine and show what they can do. Sometimes it isn't the one individual doing a deal. Sometimes it is a combination of how that person fits into a larger scale, and it does really, really well.
The people we meet, the shows and the stories that come across our table, and how everything always magically works together. You never know how the shows are going to come together because I book guests and Freddie books guests and our producers book guests, and they all come forward, and somehow magically in this amazing place it comes together.
I come to work, I don't know who's on the set. I sit down and I speak to people that I've never met before. I don't know who's who, I don't know names, but I come to work every day to have fun.
Here every day from 12 to 2, you can find us on air, always live streaming all over social media, 95.3 FM, 1470 AM, and as always, give us a call, 888-565-1470.
And if not, you can check us out in Atlanta, New York, and Boston cable TV. We're all over the place.
All over the place.
You know, we're going to Vegas.
Go to Vegas,
Go to
baby.
California.
And all you can say is, she may be here. And we are back at the
Is she
Brooklyn
here?
Cafe.
Is she with children?
They're grown children.
If they don't have grown children, don't let her in.
They're grown children, she told me. High school, college, maybe one
I don't know.
one young child.
You have no idea what they're talking about right now. Just to let you know.
I have nothing. I never know who's coming.
Our 1 o'clock show, we've got Debra Trendrich is joining us, and she created. Do you know Deborah? Okay, you look like you did. We'll introduce you. You'll know her.
You can't miss her.
Is she an artist?
No, what she has
Okay.
done is we can ask her this question that we were just talking about off break, was what does the future look like? Deborah was overweight and was always battling obesity and had this idea of, you know what, we should really battle childhood obesity in the school systems. And she has put together a curriculum and food and education and has brought that forward into the school systems. And she's done it one step at a time, and she's done it.
Wow.
I said, now that the kids are off of school, let's bring some of these kids in and talk about what they've learned, because a lot of them are Title I. And I actually was talking to my daughter last night about it, is when the kids go home for Christmas break and summer break, these kids in Title I schools don't
don't have
often have
food.
food,
No, they don't.
right? And
Yeah.
she said, Mom, do you know, I was talking to a coworker, and she said the hardest thing was 1 year of a Christmas break, she went 10 days without eating so she could feed her 4 children. People don't realize the benefits of when these kids go to school. They are getting breakfast and lunch and often after school snack, right? So that's enough to even carry you through dinner sometimes. When these kids are home over break, sometimes they don't eat.
Well, let me ask you. In the old days, we didn't have a lot to eat either. My mother would buy one steak, and she would pound this thing.
You mean one horse?
Yeah, now that we know the horse,
One
let's
kind
go
of
with that.
horse.
piece.
And she beat this steak with this mallet until it went from this size to this size.
Yes,
And then
Really?
they put onions
I remember.
and peppers, and that's why I don't like peppers. All sorts of stuff on this steak. I said, "Where's the steak?" It's down there. And she cut it up, and everybody got a sliver. A lot of rice and beans, and then some.
It's a lot of things.
So, in the old days, I didn't have hot lunch either. I couldn't afford it.
No.
So I used to have a lunch box.
Oh yeah, you got the lunch pail.
Wild West.
It's
And
really
I used
cute.
to tell my mother, "Give me a couple of sandwiches." I used to be making deals, man.
What a
Who
surprise.
wants this sandwich?
You were making deals then.
To get hot lunch. And it worked. they hate it. You ever notice that when you have something you hate it, they didn't like the hot lunch.
Of course.
So I made a deal. I said,
Yeah.
"Well, you have some cold lunch." And I used to make some deals.
But think how much you learn as a kid, right? And the conversations at dinner that make you who you are or change,
I know.
right? I don't want to be like that, so I'm not going to be my parents, but you ultimately end up being like your parents anyway.
It's like that commercial. You end up being your parents.
Right?
Perhaps. I study this too
She's
much to
fighting it.
just.
I know.
Well, I would say that
She's fighting it.
they
Bring it back in 5 years.
experiences. Well, no, I'm not actually. What I'm saying is your experiences create your beliefs that drive your actions that give you the results that you're getting. There's no way for you to erase those experiences. If you embrace those experiences instead of fighting against them, then you really understand your strengths. And you can question things.
Well, you know, the
Yeah.
unique thing of what you're saying is you have Dan. Dan has a gallery here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been associated with a lot of galleries in New York, New Jersey, all over the place. Never in a million years have I ever seen a gallery like this. He's
Mm-hmm.
taken all of these artists, and you have created this collage of differences, of
Mm-hmm.
rooms, of energies, of stuff.
It's unique.
It is unique.
unique.
So sometimes, and I can see that Dan has a lot of old school in him. He has a lot of beliefs and traits. But he's taken what he's learned and he's flipped it. And he's changed it. And we got cakes up on the wall over there. You know, because it matches some of our
Well,
personality.
I mean, the idea is definitely not to fight, but to understand what drives you, understand what motivates you, and don't fight against it. So a lot of people just live in a world of what I don't want, right? We call it the dreaded drama triangle. So they're constantly finding a villain. You know, they're all constantly looking for a rescuer instead of just waking up every day and going, what am I in control of right now? What's possible right now? Have I looked at enough ideas about my life or what I want to do or about my business or my career? Like, how many completely opposite points of view am I considering on everything that I do? That's what I'm saying. I grew up with my dad at the dinner table. He never agreed with anything that came out of my mouth. I'd be like, I came home from school and I'd say, well, the science teacher taught me that. That's crap. That's absolutely not true,
You just
Linda.
know if a teacher told you it wasn't much good. It's just
Yeah, what do you do? But what it did was it allowed me to have, like, I teach sweaty conversations now.
Yeah, what is sweaty conversation?
Sweaty conversation is when we've had a disagreement and I've got to come up to you and we want to have a good relationship and I need to have your point of view and it's exactly the opposite of my point of view. And we need to talk through that so that we can maintain trust, right? So that's a sweaty conversation. If you grow up every single day at your dinner table with everybody free floating their points of view, you're very comfortable with that. You're comfortable, you were saying, Freddie, with Puerto Rico because you negotiated, right, at your lunch every day. Okay, the average person, they didn't grow up like that at all. They never negotiated. I mean, the idea that you would negotiate something, I mean, I'm with my dad at every art show, and it's a negotiation at an outdoor art show. So I watched it, I understood it. It doesn't scare me. I don't get a lot of anxiety, but the average person, they get a tremendous amount of anxiety if they think there's going to be any conflict in a conversation.
Right, because conflict evokes anxiety, and you'd rather just not have it. And all the time you'll say to me, it's negotiation. Did you negotiate? I go, no. Well, why not? Because it's just one more thing for me to be anxious over.
But why would you
See?
get anxious?
And that's it's like the dinner table. You want, as the mom or the parent, you want everyone to be happy at the dinner table, right? So when one sibling has another sibling and they disagree in the conversation, somehow you go and you go, but wait, can't you see that side? And can't you see? And then you end up being this whole balancing act with, in fact, we let our kids negotiate, then they would have these skills later in life.
Yeah, but when I used to coach, I used to tell my players, don't think that I want you to be mechanical. I don't want to be mechanical. Life is full of negotiations. I mean, you deal with this every day. You deal with the artist, you deal with the business end of it. Negotiations are part of life. And if you and I disagree on a piece of art or whatever, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you and I think the same, it'll be kind of boring.
Well, there's a whole other side of that, too, and the fact that Dad also fought against any sort of authority whatsoever.
He hates authority.
Right? So
it was a problem for me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Were you ever in the military?
No. But I was. But I had principles. I taught school for 10 years.
So you were a teacher, but you didn't believe in discipline.
Right.
Yes. Oh yeah.
I had a totally. Let me tell you what. Here's what I invented, and there are a few teachers doing this now. In Dade County, you've got a grade for conduct and a grade for academics. So what I did was I said, look, I was in a poverty area school teaching. Some of these kids had never got a C in anything. I said, here's what we're going to do. Every one of you, if you don't deserve an F in conduct, I'm going to give you an A. All you have to do is every morning when I come in and every class during the day, just give me a big round of applause.
At least he's honest.
It was a wonderful idea.
That's funny. I always thought he was fighting against like hierarchy, which is like, no, he wanted anarchy. He wanted to be the king.
No.
Okay, now I've got it.
Control chaos. I think if they say something like, you have an A, you can only lose it. So if you do something wrong, your A becomes a B, and so forth.
That's exactly what it was. So that they started out with an A, and all I had to do was give me, and they did. And what happened? Here's the way it worked. I felt better, so I treated them better.
Right.
And we treated each other better because we had that goofy kind of stump that was just crazy, but it was
you know
good.
what that did? That opened up their entire minds to go, you know what? There's another option. I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
most people go through life just thinking there's the option in front of them. And then if you're not surrounded by people that question your thinking, you don't even question your own. This is why
we
people don't
do.
get where they
But
want
what
to
I
be.
like what you said when we were on commercial break is that we give so much more value to the other side of what we want to do, right? You say, I want to sit here at the table with 5 people, and 10 people go, no, it should just be you and Freddie, or no, you should change the set, or wait, you should change the backdrop. Then you start thinking, well, maybe they're all right and I'm wrong. We give more credit to everybody else's opinion than ourselves. It's like what you and I talk about this mirror piece we want to do, and I'll talk to Debra about it.
We become are we French? I don't remember having this conversation.
We talked about the mirror piece. We,
Yes,
right?
the mirror piece.
It's about looking in the mirror and validating yourself,
honest,
right?
yeah.
Being honest. But this takes it to a whole nother, the intellectual level of accepting our opinions and our value over just what we feel we are inside, saying, you know what, our opinions are just as important because it's who we are as everybody else's. Why are we validating everybody else's opinion? We can accept it. We can negotiate it and look at it, but maybe we still stick with our own.
Well, and ultimately, what you're trying to do is have your idea and you put it out here, and my idea and his idea and his idea, and we co-create something that would never have been without all of our collective information into that.
Well, it's like
That's
the bridge.
right.
Right, you created the bridge, and then you thought, I need the background. And then, Dan, have you seen Freddie holding me up on top of the Empire State Building, like by my throat? If you look really carefully, you'll see we're at the top of the Empire State Building.
King Kong?
He's King Kong, holding me like this. Freddie's hat is on the Statue of Liberty, right? But this became a whole piece together, collaboration.
Yeah,
Of
I
ideas.
even put in a little red light district here someplace.
Red light district.
You know,
Is that a female? What is that?
Wait,
What?
the red light district?
What?
yeah, is that the red light district
Red
down
light
here
right
in the
here,
red?
right here behind the
Nice.
Empire
It's
State
literally the
34th
red light
Street.
district. That's hilarious. There's literally red lights on the painting.
That's funny.
But that's what the collaboration looks like.
Now, let me tell you, this is interesting while he's here. This is this is real negotiation, learning from both
I didn't
sides.
put him up to this.
We're gonna no. This I just invented this conversation right here with Dan. Dan looked at my let's see. I put my little gallery together down there in the boiler room, and
In the hot water heater room.
Dan
There was
and
no
Michelle,
hit
Dan and
given
Michelle
there.
came in and looked and said, "God, this looks like shit." So anyway, so they changed it around while I wasn't there. Now, what they didn't know, what Dan didn't know, and what nobody could know, and what I didn't know, except I knew it, but
Somebody's calling you down?
we don't do that. Nobody
are you
ever
doing?
calls me.
No, they all call mom. What is this? Who is it? Who's calling you?
Your husband.
It's not gonna shut up.
I'm not gonna. Okay, but let me tell you what. Here's negotiating. Here's how people learn something. So, when I went in there, I wanted to do some other things besides the cutout pieces, and so I put up these. I just did a bunch of abstracts and I put them up there, and I wanted to see what people thought of them. Well, I found out what they thought of them. They thought they were crap. And so now I am actually working on a full-size picture of the Churchill Downs with horses running in front of it. A three-dimensional, like this.
But I don't think the horses were crap. You gotta understand, you're not fair to you, so that doesn't surprise me.
Okay,
But
I try.
sometimes a work of art begins as something that you sort of have to put your head to the side and say, okay, and you add on to it, and you become clever with it.
I learned how to do it well. I learned how to sell it. I learned how to do it so it would sell. Because I don't want to collect art. I want to sell art.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
your horses are your strength.
What?
It wasn't your abstracts of craft, it was your horses or your strength.
Yes, they are. And and the other thing is, and here I have a new brand. I want to be called, instead of your horse art guy, I want to be called your off-the-wall artist.
No, it's Ned Moulton off the
Ned
wall.
Moulton, off-the-wall
See,
artist.
off the wall.
Branding
we
the
go.
consult,
See,
the branding
the
consultant.
branding
always
consultant's like,
with
Daddy,
you.
no. It's Ned Moulton
That's
off
actually
the
very
wall.
clever. And you
Yeah.
can find him in the boiler room.
Yeah, find me in the boiler
I
room.
think
right
you
there.
should sell that whole concept, the boiler room, man.
I love
Nobody
that.
else ain't got a boiler
Nobody
room.
else wanted it. It was his little. He had this little gallery that nobody wanted. It was like a little. You have to go in there. You have to avoid the men's room, and you have to squeeze through and get through the door and get finally. But you know what? Once you get in there, it's pretty nice.
I think you should make it. I was in there. It wasn't that bad. I think you should
It's
make
a
it harder
room.
to get to
You
you.
don't gotta squeeze
It could
through
be
nothing.
like an obstacle course
Lord have
to
mercy.
get to your room.
You
Then
should. You
that
should put
alone would be
You should
cool.
put a toilet in front of the door and a sink and some towels so that there's like this thing you have to get through to get to.
Ned, if you want, I could just put horseshoes on the floor leading from the front door.
I
to
like
your
that.
room.
I like that.
How's that?
That
that.
would be good. See, that's PR he's looking for.
Right down the hallway.
Bring your real horse.
Exactly.
No, you could paint them. You could paint them on the floor. That's no problem. In fact, what I could do is I could wear horseshoes with paint on them, and just walk down to my gallery and take them off.
You're gonna take your shoes and walk and.
I would just tape the horseshoes
Just
to
a
my.
horseshoe on the bottom. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I got
Yeah.
you, Ned.
Yeah.
But yes, this is a very unique gallery, and come on down. Check out the boiler room. Find Ned Moulton right across from the men's room, actually, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. True story?
If you make a left, you made a wrong turn.
True story. It's right across from the men's room, right?
It's right across the men's room.
That's what I
But
thought.
that's the only way I found him. He says I'm right by the men's room. I said, men's room. Oh, I think I know where that is.
That's actually not
That's the
bad.
boiler room. Wait a
That's
minute.
pretty
that was it.
Oh, it's
good.
not bad.
People have to go to the bathroom.
Everyone needs a landmark. That's exactly what
That's
it is.
right.
Well, what I do is I
Yes,
try to
this
get
is
them
a
to get a
big
glass of
gallery.
water when they come
It's
in, so in a
amazing.
little while they're going to need to go there.
That's right. You sponsored the water bottles?
yep.
Okay.
You
I
should
got
get
it.
a three-dimensional toilet.
Ah.
And then that way, and you say not here.
But you talked about the branding, right? And how you guys grew up. How did you end up in South Miami?
You know what? Okay, Nancy doesn't agree with me, but
course
this
not.
was
Already?
I think until I learned to bend plexiglass, we lived in a ghetto, a white ghetto. I figured out a way to bend plexiglass what nobody ever did in the world, and suddenly we moved to the best neighborhood.
Because you
What-
bent glass?
I painted on plexiglass and I bent it, and it looked good. No, it. Okay.
No wonder why she
You
doesn't
want a
agree
long,
with
a
you.
You
longer?
need to
well,
give
here-
him the questions ahead of time, clearly.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the longer story was this.
White ghetto.
I decided.
No, not white ghetto. That is not the way I would describe. We were in a
Was
lower
your
middle.
daughter born in
We
that
were in a
town?
lower middle class neighborhood
When I
in
was-
South Miami
You were-
Heights.
you were in Riverdale.
Living with some. It was a great upbringing.
Okay. Oh, let me tell you the longer. Here's a longer story about how we got there.
For longer.
I decided to do something. Okay. I took a class with one of the great watercolors, Robert Wood. He had a technique of painting on watercolor and then wiping it out. He's one of the truly great watercolors. I tried to do it, mine looked like crap. And finally I realized one day I could paint on glass and wipe it out, and it came out. The whites would just be white because there would be no paint there. And so instead of being a watercolorist, I decided to paint on glass. Then I found out in a month or two, glass is heavy. So I started painting on plexiglass. Then, and I showed the plexiglass, and the problem was, if the sun shone on the plexiglass, it would start to warp it a little bit. It looked like crap again. So I carefully, for years, kept the glass from ever getting hot in the sun. I'd put it around the back of the booth when the sun came out. And one day I forgot it, and I had a great big painting, and I was in a Baptist Hospital show, and I had this great big 40 by 60 flat painting, and I forgot about it, and the sun was on this side, and it came around to the back of the booth, and it bent it, and it looked like a washboard. And I looked at it, I said, oh my God, $3,000 just out the window. So I looked at it for a week or so at home, and then one day I said, you know what? If I could control those bends, it would be interesting. And I started bending this stuff, and I was the only person. I don't know anybody who ever did it before I did it, and it really looked cool. It looked like imagine a flag, only it's a painting of women's faces, and it suddenly freezes in one sweeping kind of motions.
So how do you keep it nowadays?
I was gonna say, and that's how we ended up in South Miami. I'm still wondering how we got there, but okay.
Because he
Well,
sold,
no,
he sold the piece and he
He
became
grew up
famous.
Okay.
he grew up in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay.
So it was natural for him just to be
But I want to know, how do you keep it now from
teaching. That's what got us
from-
down for.
Bending back?
Yeah.
Well, once you bend it and it cools, it's like that.
It's also
So it doesn't go
thicker.
back?
You
Never goes back.
actually
Oh, it's
you actually
thicker.
use pretty
Thicker?
thick plexiglass
I was
too.
well, I started out on styrene,
Right.
which is very thin. It's a thin, like a plexiglass stuff, but it's not plexiglass.
You should make freezer art. You gotta put it in the freezer, and then you take it out, and then you have to put that in
No,
the
no. Let me tell you how I did it. And this is
You're
Nancy.
gonna
only
give away
dis-
your secret?
Nancy didn't realize it till a long time. I put it in the oven. I had little pieces. I put them in the oven.
Oh, like shrinky dink?
That's what I'm just thinking. Shrinky dinks.
Yeah, exactly. I heard that term 1,000 times. Oh, it looks like a shrinky dink. Yes,
What's a shrinky then?
it's a little plastic
It's like a little
thing
plastic
that-
acetate. You cut out, you paint, and then it's like
Yeah,
a,
yeah.
and then you put in the oven.
I thought it was a
My
Stop
dad.
it.
You need to
I've
picture
heard that
this.
1,000
My father
times,
never
yeah.
cooked anything, and then suddenly our
He's feeding
gas
you
grill turned into part of how he created the art.
Right,
So I'd come home every day, and he would be over our gas grill
Wow.
bending the artwork.
How cool
Right?
is
Because
that?
that was the way to do
That's
it.
well, that's
And
how.
then he made
yeah.
burgers on it in the plastic.
No, she found out she couldn't. She just, God, the food is taking awful.
No, the smell when you came in the house.
It's always the smell. with
Of
my
burnt
mother.
plastic. The
It's always
fumes.
the smell. Yeah.
The fumes of the plastic. Wow.
Oh no! So what happened was I did this stuff, and all of a sudden, everybody, I couldn't do anything. All they wanted was a bent plexiglass, and so I started making it, and it was like suddenly galleries all wanted it, and everybody wanted this
So you
crap.
blew up.
And I just said, boom, let's move to a better neighborhood.
So when did the plexiglass craze stop?
I got
They
tired of
moved to
doing it.
Kendall after I graduated.
I'm
So we
wondering
went
where you
from
moved.
South
I did it for
Florida
about
to
10 years.
Kendall.
Okay.
Okay.
I did it for a long time.
Across from Dayland.
Okay.
It was a, we,
You know, you gotta find a way of introducing plexiglass to the art.
I'm tired of doing it. I just got,
It's
no,
hard,
no, okay, here's the thing. When I started doing that, when I started painting, like the naked ladies I showed you, I would
Back to
take
them.
those to the galleries, and they would say, oh, I love the figures, but the faces are so unfortunate.
They said that.
I couldn't paint a beautiful woman's face. I couldn't make it
You
to save
make it
my
a
life.
plexiglass, you make it faceless.
I know, but they were ugly.
It was just
They
faces
just
on the
weren't-
plexiglass.
They just weren't good. And so what I did is I did old men's faces. Now,
Actually, somebody said that to you. I don't believe that. Not for a second. I'm sorry. I'm not a buyer.
okay, but
Nobody would tell an artist those faces are ugly. You gotta
they,
have.
you know why
You
they?
gotta be like that monkey.
No,
Do you
no,
remember you
no,
told
no.
the other artist here that she should use the mirror
Yes.
and while she was learning to paint faces?
Yes.
Because when you look at, then there's the mirror. It's you. It can be anything,
Yeah.
right? But the art was the rest of the painting.
Well, this is very interesting. When I would take some of Ned's artwork to a gallery and them to buy it, she actually looked in a mirror. And if it looked good in the mirror, then she bought the figure drawing.
See, it's all about the mirror. Back to the mirror theory again.
Yes, she's right, yeah.
It's like that movie that you went to see. You asked the question.
Which one?
The lady from England, Maria Scotia, or whatever. You kept saying, why does she wear so much makeup?
Oh, I haven't seen it. Mary Queen of Scots.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but yes. Why does Mary Queen of Scots wear so much makeup?
You know why?
What? No?
You know why she wears so much makeup?
No?
She's ugly as hell.
No, I think she had a skin condition, but we should go see that.
She should have just
I know. You should see us without the makeup we got on.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Because
Yeah.
that woman's ugly. I'm gonna tell you something. You want to talk about ugly art? There you have
Look,
it.
it's like a can. Your face is like a canvas.
Your face, and he's so
And you've
politically
gotta
correct.
build it. It's actually
Some
very
people-
difficult to put makeup on for the camera when the lights hit you so that you look appropriate.
But there
It
are
takes
some
a lot of
people who
practice.
shouldn't even be in front of any camera.
This is true.
Like that
They have a
Mary
face
lady
for
from
radio.
Scotland.
Mary
They have
Queen
a
of
They got a
Scots.
face for the dark.
She
They
was
forget
busy.
about
She was
radio.
busy ruling countries. TV was not on her priority list at the
I'm
time.
gonna go see that movie.
All right, Ned Moulton, thank you so much for this amazing bridge. Come on down to Studio A at the Heart of Delray Gallery. See this amazing creation. You can always find him here, Let's give the gallery number 561-278-0074, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Have a Merry Christmas, Ned. Thank you, Linda, for joining us, not Robin. Hopefully the rest of the family will join us the rest of the week. We'll have a stand-up show hopefully on Friday. Stay tuned for our next hour. We've got Debra Trendrich back.
She's making it sound like
No, our next hour, we're talking about Eat Better, Live Better. We're going to hear from the kids.
Be right back. And
Stay tuned. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Check us out the book.
2 and 2?
Which is 4.
We'll be right back.
Be right back.
Homeowners, would you like to save money each and every month? Of course you would. We all want to save money, but how? By calling Debbie at I Will Advisors, that's how, and have her review your homeowner's policy. Most homeowners never review their policy, but it should be reviewed every year. You commercial property owners, same goes for you. So what are you waiting for? Call Debbie at I Will Advisors and start saving money. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080.
You're pregnant. How far?
1 month, 2, no doctor yet. I can't afford it.
Protect yourself and your baby. The health department can help you out. Test for STDs.
I don't have diseases.
You don't know. You don't always have symptoms. STDs make you and your baby sick.
I don't want my baby sick.
No one cares more about your baby than you.
I'm calling my county health department.
A message from the Florida Department of Health, the Florida Association of Broadcasters, and this radio station.
Hi, I'm Caroline Beasley, CEO of Beasley Media Group. As you gather around the table this holiday season with your family, our family is thankful for you. Thank you for listening. We appreciate you spending your time with us and want to wish you and all your loved ones a wonderful holiday season.
Happy holidays from the Health and Wealth Radio Network, WNN, a Beasley Media Group station.
Talk health. Talk wealth, talk politics, talk 1470 and 95.3 FM, WNN.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Are you benefiting from your cup of solitude in the morning? Don't worry, be happy with One Mean Bean CBD coffee in your cup. One Mean Bean is a one-of-a-kind organic CBD-infused coffee available in K-cups with a variety of specialty roasts derived from 19 different countries, many distinct flavors, and now Kentucky bourbon made proudly in Lexington, Kentucky. Your coffee bean dream doesn't stop there. No, with edibles, tropical formulations, and chocolate-covered coffee beans, to name a few. All products are made with only the highest quality CBD gold-pressed oils for maximum health benefits. So live your dream with One Mean Bean and CBD today and fight inflammation, reduce anxiety, and feel your best self. Find us at onemeanbean.com to place your order. For wholesale orders, please contact us at 844-441-4CBD. 100% money back guarantee within the first month if you are not completely satisfied. Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world. from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
It's lunchtime, and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from Studio A in the heart of Delray Gallery, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free at 888-565-1470 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. So all of a sudden you playing Latino music.
Well, it's Christmas, right?
Hey, who's running the board today? Joe, are you there?
Yes, dear.
How are you? I have to ask you, I sort of did some changes on the sound. How's it sounding?
Soft.
What?
Salt.
Salt. Salt.
Not
Where's
pepper?
salt?
You're low.
Oh.
We're low.
We be
Dawn's
low.
not.
Just you.
Just me? Okay. All right. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. I will fix that in a second. I know what it is. And he wants to throw us off of Facebook. Cut the music. Otherwise, I'm going to get in jail. But welcome to our friends in South Florida. Merry Christmas to all our friends. And if you're not out there, happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It is Christmas Eve day, and everyone said, I can't believe we're at work. Why not?
What's wrong with this is work.
We still have music playing.
Hey, Joe, turn up the music, Joe.
Thank you.
Music's on.
No, music was on.
Welcome, everyone.
Barely.
Yeah, Facebook has good ears, though. On our first hour, we unveiled our new backdrop that's right behind on camera, too. It is our Brooklyn Bridge that Ned Moulton created for the Brooklyn Cafe TV. And Ned has been with us every Monday for the past 2 months. We had brunch with the artist, so today he unveiled it, and it started as just the bridge. And then we have a background, and when you come down to our studio at 1440 North Federal Highway, you'll get to see the intricacies of this bridge. The Statue of Liberty is wearing Freddie's hat. Freddie is holding me by the throat at the top of the Empire State Building. Just kidding, it's King Kong up there. We've got Circle Line, the Statue of Liberty. It was a collaborative effort. It started with the bridge. There's the red light district with seriously about 9 just red lights in the background. So it was a very creative piece, and thank you to Ned. His daughter Linda joined us on set, and we got to now partake in this beautiful bridge. It was a dream you always had, is having a bridge, and there you have it.
Yes, and it's a 3-dimensional bridge. It comes right out.
Ned Moulton, off the wall.
Off the wall. His daughter came up with off the wall.
And if you want a commission piece, he also does amazing horses and different animals. He'll create an abstract for you. You can find him in the boiler room at the heart of Delray Gallery at 1440 North Federal Highway.
And this segment of the show is brought to you by
One Mean Bean.
One Mean Bean CBD. Can I? Where's my roll on?
Where's your roll on?
Yeah.
It's floating around here someplace. There it is.
I may be putting some of this on my feet.
You know, the funny thing is what everyone says. They come on set and says, your table's a little cluttered. And we try and move things. We really do. But we've got a lot of product placement. But because of the holidays, we're streamlining our table. We've got the kids in the house from Eat Better, Live Better. We've got Sammy joining us, and her mom came back. They came in on Friday. I don't even know how they came in. A lot of people come in like you do. They don't know why they're here. And they sit down, and they stay. And Sammy's looking at colleges, and she's interested in communication, so we said, come on down. And
when are you leaving back to school?
I'll be leaving on the 29th.
On 29th. So maybe we'll put you on the board. You could try running a gig. Well, they'll teach you. Dylan's a very good teacher. They'll teach you. I mean, there's a little knick-knack and things that you have to be able to get into and out of. But if you want to get in this business, that's the back end of the camera.
You never know what's going to happen here on the show. So Merry Christmas, everyone. If you celebrate Christmas, if you don't, Happy Holidays. And it's always about being kind to each other. And religion
Rebirth.
aside, it's just, well, that's what you told me today,
It's all
right?
about the rebirth. I learned that yesterday in Advent at the
At services.
services.
It's about being kind, right?
It's all about rebirth. It's about you, rebirth you, bring it out, spread it with the world. But if you don't love yourself, ain't nobody gonna love you more.
That seems to be a theme. We even talked about that with Ned's daughter. That why do we let everyone else's opinion weigh more in our heads than our own opinion?
That's right.
And I actually brought Debra up because Debra Trendrich is here. And what better way to kick off Christmas than with the kids, right?
Yes.
They're not kids, but in our mind, you're kids, right? Because you're kids, you're somebody's kids. You're younger than we are. So thank you, Debra,
These young
so
ladies.
much.
These
The
young
young ladies are
ladies.
here for joining us and bringing the young ladies.
Look, you guys are on the screen.
There you have Debra. Nice
so why don't
backdrop.
we get some introductions?
Debra, tell us who we have.
All right, well, I'm going to actually, they have this great introduction where they learn to speak their name, their grade, their school, and what they want to be when they grow up.
Okay, get those mics
We
a
just
little
got to
closer
get you
to
ladies
them.
closer to the mics.
Oh, you can- yeah,
Get
okay.
comfortable, and I'm so excited that you're
So who's
here.
gonna go first? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My name is Shantaria Hughes, and I go to Boca Raton Community High School. I'm in 12th grade. I'm 18 years old, and when I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent.
Wow.
Very cool.
Okay, my name's Cameron Mills. I am in 11th grade. I go to West Boca High School, and what I want to do when I grow up is become an R&B artist, songwriter, musician, and a businesswoman.
Very cool.
My name is Jamaria Davis. I'm 8 years old. I go to Plamosa School of the Arts, and I want to be a teacher when I grow up.
Wow.
What
Well,
kind of
welcome,
teacher?
ladies.
Maybe a Spanish teacher.
Very cool. Do you know Spanish?
Yes.
Freddie knows Spanish.
¿De dónde tú eres?
Very cute. Shoot, you can help her. You can help her.
Is this somebody's dad with us?
No, he's the executive director.
Okay.
I'm actually.
Let's get him a mic.
We're going to get you a mic.
Hold on 1 second till we get your mic. Say again.
Okay, my name is Robert Dodd. I am the chaperone for the young ladies that you're talking to. I'm with the Knights of Pythagoras Mentoring Network.
Very cool.
What
Thank you
is
for
the
coming.
Knights of Pythagoras?
We are a mentoring group that we mentor boys and girls from 7 to 17. We expose them to cultural things. Among the schooling, we help them with their schooling, their lessons, which these young ladies will share with you the things that we do. We take them to concerts, we take them to conventions.
Fly planes, everything.
We do. Whatever we have possibly can do, we do.
How many kids are in your program?
Oh, God. Right now, I think we have, immediately, how many do we have now? This is our president and our vice president right here.
Oh, there you go.
welcome.
How many do you have in your program?
How many kids in your program?
There's like at least 30. At least
Well, that's
30
pretty
kids.
cool. What does it take to get into the program?
Mr. C. Ron Allen, you talk to him, and whatever he can do to help you like succeed and get where you want to go in life, he'll do it.
The Knights of Pythagoras. And Deborah, you work with them with Eat Better, Live Better?
Yeah, actually, we've done a lot together, and they also are becoming certified Eat Better, Live Better educators. So they're going to be teaching the program themselves.
I would love to learn because we know from Deborah what her mission is, right? And it's about educating our youth on eating better, living better, and how to do it, right? Sometimes under financial constraints, budget-wise. What are some of the things that you've learned?
I've learned how to read food labels and figure out exactly what I'm eating and how to manage it to turn from like, you don't have to actually eat healthy in order to be healthy, if that makes sense. Like, it's like you can still eat your favorite foods, but you can eat them in more healthier portions.
All right, so we're looking at portion control. And how about you, Cameron?
And also, like, most health problems come from food that we usually eat. So eating healthier, except for taking medication, like a lot of medication, and then leading on to more medication, you just change the way you eat, and then most of those symptoms go away, and it's all because of what you eat. So.
Now, what I find fascinating, the two of you go to different schools?
Yes.
What I find fascinating is that going to different schools, your word begins bigger because you're going into different stages, right? You're helping people at your school, you're helping at yours, and somewhere in between, you get a young lady like this that comes along. Now, she's the future to your program.
She's in the program.
Right, but she's the future
Oh,
fit
yeah.
to grow and move on
Absolutely.
and grow. Is there a number that you're looking for? Are you looking to grow this thing? 30 is good. 90 is more. 2,000 is even more. Now, I know that puts a strain on what you're doing because you have to cover more kids.
Oh, no, actually, this is what we have at the present moment.
Right.
We've had a number of children come through our program that have gone on to graduate.
Oh, okay.
All right. One became a coach. One opened a funeral home. I mean, we've been in existence almost 30 years.
Wow.
Wow.
So we have helped numbers of people.
I love that.
And where are you located?
Delray is our base location.
Okay.
Where in Delray are you?
40.
401 West Atlantic.
Yeah, thank you. 401. See, that's why I have my children.
And how did you get involved with this organization?
So actually, I was one of the guest speakers at C-Ron's Kiwanis Club for the breakfast, and then I actually sit on the board for the Palm Beach County Crime Prevention Officers Association, which C-Ron's also on their board. So I walked in one day, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, hey, and then we said, we got to get you in with our kids, and we've just been working with each other ever since.
Debra, do you go to the different schools, or do you work with these 30 kids in, I guess, a community center or your location?
Yeah, no, we go to them. So because it's a mentor program, we meet where they meet. And we came to me in West Palm, right?
Yes.
And then we went to Riviera Beach and then Delray. So they have different locations for their program as well.
And Jamaria, what have you learned?
I've learned that you can eat different foods to become healthy.
What are some of your favorite healthy foods?
Carrots, broccoli.
And do you get to grow any of them? Do you have gardens at any of your schools or at any of your centers to help you grow some of them?
Well, one of the centers, like where we first met her, she had an organization, and it was for a girl who got shot. And that was the first time we actually met her, and we just went up there, and then automatically we was just redoing a garden so that can help grow into a new one, and it was all dedicated to that one girl.
And it was funny because it happened to be really windy that day.
Yes.
And there was like dirt flying in everyone's eyes. And
I was wearing white pants and I was sad.
You were wearing white pants to a garden.
How'd that go for you?
At least it came out.
I'm sure it did.
And then what kind of foods did you learn about the protein?
The protein, you can have chicken as protein and eggs are protein.
And the carbohydrates. And fats, right?
And fats.
Yeah, so they learned a lot, and we did project. What was that fun project we did?
We got a paper plate, and then we got to draw different vegetables, and we made up a song. We made up a song about it.
Yeah, and so what was the vegetable? You turned it into a superhero, right?
Yes.
And what
Vegetable
was it?
turned into a superhero? That's what you need.
Captain Squash. Now, what I love about this is I'm sure that the things that you're learning, you go home, you talk to your parents, and you're educating them, and I'm pretty sure they're like, you're going to school to do what? Learning how to eat, learning how to eat right? Now, do you find that eating right also helps you study better in school?
Yes, very much. Like, sometimes I'm an athlete, so she taught me how to, I don't really need to eat protein bars to gain a lot of energy. So I would go home and, I'd eat something that was healthy that I learned how to eat. And that also keeps you awake when you're studying. So, I mean, having to learn this stuff actually helps, not just, kids, but, athletes and everything.
Well, what would you eat when you would go home before you went out? What sport do you play?
I play flag football.
All right, so what would you eat before you went out for flag football?
I would go to Whole Foods and I would eat a huge sandwich. Just a sandwich with the Gatorade and a protein bar and call it a day.
Instead of just the protein bar.
Yeah.
So you'd have the food, the real food.
Yes.
And the Gatorade.
Well, I want to skip over the Gatorade.
Why don't we like Gatorade?
It's sugar.
It's just sugar.
And the dyes, right?
But I had an organic Gatorade, so I didn't have any dye in it.
Really? I didn't even know they made it. Yeah, you notice I skipped right over the Gatorade part and I went right for the food. But, you know, everything with moderation, right? So you can't change everything. You're still kids. You're young ladies, right? If you want Gatorade, you have Gatorade. But at least you know you're having the sandwich as well. And you're having some whole
food. Not
food.
those big ones. You know, they're going to do it. They're going to make it really, really a small amount. But I really strongly suggest, like, never.
Yeah, water would be a better choice.
Yeah.
But
or even
how long have you been in the program?
I've been in the program for 2 years.
Do you find that your grades have gotten better?
Yes, significantly.
You know, and that's something that I want to applaud of what you're doing, because I think that if you give kids a chance, if you give young adults a chance to eat better, their grades will improve, right?
But it's not just me. KOP mentoring is a huge part of that. They actually do way more. You know, I'm just a small piece in that whole puzzle. KOP mentoring does so much for these kids, and they even do things in Wellington and other cities too. They're mainly in Delray and Riviera, which is where their two main bases are. But
well, that's a great program. But
amazing.
when I met you 2 years ago,
at least,
I didn't know anything about that, because when I coached in the day, this is going back a while, I had a problem with my kids not being able to eat in school. I was in New York City, and I coached 21 years, and I couldn't get the Board of Education to understand that if you don't eat, you're not going to do well in school. It's just a fact.
Well, then you go into the whole idea we talked about the last time. When we get back from commercial break, I want to ask you ladies what it's like. What I know Debra talked about, eating healthy and the expense of it, right? And how you take this to your families and say, we have options. Stay tuned. 888-565-1470. We'll be right back.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
vCard Global is the world's smartest business card that virtually allows a person or business to digitally share all of their information. With a vCard, sharing information is one simple click away. No need to open emails, websites, or social media. Updating information is easy and instant. vCard Global is the ultimate marketing tool, transforming the way we connect, communicate, and collaborate to grow your business. Text JENNG to 80800. Revolutionize your business card. For information, contact Jennifer. Text JENNG to 80800 for your free digital business card today.
Are you a warrior soul? Are you looking for spiritual healing? Are you looking for protection against negativity? Warrior Soul crystals represent confidence, brings you a sense of wholeness and balance. Mala necklaces consist of 108 beads carved from natural and semi-precious stones. Mala can be used to center your meditation, strengthen your yoga practice, or accent your everyday beauty. Visit warriorsoulco.com or call 561-307-9049 to purchase your bracelet or necklace today. Discover your purpose.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 1470 toll free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I feel like Santa Claus.
How many angels just got their wings on that one?
27.
27 angels just got their wings. Welcome back on Christmas Eve day to the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You can also find us on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. We've got the young ladies from where?
Eat Better, Live Better,
And also?
KOP Mentoring Network.
And KOP stands for?
Knights of Pythagoras.
Knights of Pythagoras. I'm so excited that you're spending New Year's Christmas Eve day with us. And do you know, Freddie, that Jamaria has her own YouTube channel?
You kidding me?
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? What do you put on there?
DIYs and other sorts of fun stuff.
DIYs.
DIY.
I think we should get all of them their own V card.
I think that's a great idea. Holy smokes. You know, you could build a corporation just with the mind sitting at this table.
Yeah. Don't you think?
I think that's what you're looking for, right?
There you go.
There you go. I'm gonna tell you something.
We gotta do her entry for her fun zone.
We're going to do that. This segment brought to you by V-Card, which is your mobile networking card. So if you don't have an app, you don't have your physical card with you, right? Who needs 50 cards all the time? You go on your person and they all fall out. You can download your V-Card. And actually, we can probably get each one of you a free V-Card as well. You can go to your text function and text 80800. And in your message, type in cafe, and all of our information of the Brooklyn Cafe TV will pop up, as well as a way to download your free V-Card. So you can do it as ambassadors to Eat Better, Live Better. You can do it as KOP. There's a variety of things.
Or for her YouTube channel.
Or your YouTube channel. And you get to put your picture, and for businesses as well, you can download your free V-Card. It's almost like having a website in the palm of your hand, and it's really, really simple to use, and change it with the click of a button. Actually, you can do one too, Sammy.
And actually, with that, you can do videos, all kinds of things added to it. Really.
Do you have your V-Card?
No.
We got to get you one. Eat Better, Live Better really needs their own V-Card.
The cool thing is she has her own YouTube channel. So if you want to introduce yourself and your concepts through your V-Card, they have all your information. They get to see all the videos of your YouTube on there. And then it makes it easier for you to communicate with people.
And then you just hit share, or you can airdrop it to everyone you're with. So when you do different mentoring sessions and you're with other friends, you can just airdrop it to everyone who has a mobile device, and they get all of your information, and they always know where to find you, as well as the KOP. Are you ready to do your intro? All right. Are you all doing it together?
Yeah, we'll do it.
This is Jamaria's YouTube channel intro?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Hey guys, welcome to Jamaria's Zone!
How you like that, Joe? I guess we should have given Joe a warning.
Like, that's her alter ego just came out, right? Love it.
Yeah, where'd that come from?
I don't know, but I got no hearing in this. That's great. And you thought of all that yourself?
Yeah.
So let me ask you, why do you want to be a Spanish teacher?
Because
He's talking to your circle.
Because I'm learning Spanish in school, and I love to learn Spanish. I've been learning Spanish since kindergarten.
Do you have a favorite Spanish word?
I like Feliz Navidad.
Oh, see? How do you like that? It's like I spoke to her ahead of time. We had mental telepathy.
You know, it's funny. We do a Spanish show here on Fridays, 11:30. And it's called Coltaditos.
It's on Spanish time. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 11:30. You throw in the Jewish girl, sometimes it's 12.
Because Puerto Ricans don't know how to tell time. So we do the Spanish show on there, right? And Dawn is the only one on the set that doesn't allegedly speak Spanish.
Good story.
So one day we were sitting here, and she started speaking to me in Spanish. Then I find out she went to school. For 2 years, she learned how to speak Spanish. And so she was having this whole conversation with me in Spanish, but she will still tell people she doesn't speak Spanish. So I applaud. It is always good to know more than one language. And if you could learn French, which is very close, and Italian, learn 3 in English is 4. You're way ahead of the game.
Way ahead of the game.
My mom, she took, I think, a couple years of Spanish too, and all she knows is donde está biblioteca.
Where's the library?
Yeah, that's all she remembers.
I thought you were Latina when I first met you.
Pero hablo español un poquito.
Yes, but I was talking to her in Spanish at the WNN
And she
studios.
answered you?
No, she was just looking at me like I had 4 heads.
Yeah, well.
Why is this woman like walking away?
But look how much Debra has grown her program, and I need to applaud Debra. And then I'm going to ask you ladies about eating healthy and budgeting. Because Debra, actually when I met her, and we spoke about this last week on the phone, is you have this concept of fighting childhood obesity. Not only did you have the concept, you lost the weight, you've changed your daughter's health and in school, and you've brought it to the schools, and you've brought it to community centers and mentoring programs, and everything you set your mind to do, you did. Did people say, no, you can't?
Yeah, they didn't like the name. They didn't like my logo. They thought I was like, it's too big of a task, you know, to handle, and I just did it anyways. And now they're like, oh, I've watched it flourish. I saw you started from an idea to look what it's done now. You know, I went from 0 kids to 5,000, you know, kids, parents, and teachers in 2 years.
It's incredible. I remember talking to you that first day when we were up at iHeart. And it was a whole conversation. I drove all the way up to West Palm, and then I still sat in the parking lot and talked to you.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed with your idea and that you were truly bringing it to fruition. And you were just then having your first 5K.
Mm-hmm.
And now you've got 5,000 students. And I want to ask all of you, budgeting healthy food, because that's the one thing people say, it's too expensive. You said you go to Whole Foods for a sandwich. That's not a cheap sandwich, I'm just saying. Right? How do you eat healthy on a budget, and then how do you bring it to your family?
So for school, usually I get out of school early. So walking to Whole Foods, it's within walking distance from my school. So basically, I tell myself that I will not spend more than $30 a week at Whole Foods to budget it. And then for that, I also, when I go home, I tell my mom, like, I want this type of meal on this type of day for every day of that week. And she'll be like, okay, we can try to work that into the budget. And basically we try to eat healthy, but sometimes it can conflict with like budget problems, because sometimes the most healthiest food is also the most expensive food.
But it's also easier when you make it yourself.
Yeah.
Are there some, I want to say hacks, but are there some tips to doing that? Debra gave us one last week about beans that it never even occurred to me. I was going to say dawned on me, but occurred to me. What are some tips that you've learned?
I've learned that you have to, I don't know, like she's taught me how to like substitute certain foods that are less expensive.
Like what, for example?
Or just and just change it out, like the white rice for the brown rice.
Yes.
Things like that.
Things that, and what she told us about beans, right? A can of beans, your favorite Goya, right? If you get them for $1, that's one meal, or you can get an entire bag, soak them. It takes more work, but then you've got beans for the week.
And lentils, actually, you really don't have to even soak them.
And they just expand in your belly. So it's like, imagine lentils and barley, what they would do to fill you up. Put an egg on it. As Annie says, you had a whole meal.
Lentil and egg?
Why not?
No, I don't think
Why?
so.
Isn't there a dish? But wait, let me ask you.
You gotta let your mind.
Yeah,
Isn't
my
there a
mind-
dish,
my
and I
mind
don't
just
know the name of
exploded.
it, my son makes it. It's like tomato sauce and an egg, and it goes in the skillet with rice.
Yeah.
What's that called?
Rice in a skillet with sauce.
You could add lentils to it, and then it'd be a heartier meal, or barley.
He's using lentils and beans. Yes, you can do that. I just don't like it.
Okay, you don't have to do lentils. You can
'Cause
put in
lentils-
barley, you can put in a whole grain, something else.
You don't have to get Goya. You can get, there are different
Goya?
brands of beans that you can buy. You put it in a skillet with rice, and then you put the egg on there. The only problem is that for me, as a diabetic, the carbs.
In the beans, yeah.
And the rice, the carbs don't work. The brown rice is better.
And black rice too.
That's
And
what you said. But let's ask Cameron that, because Cameron, you brought up the health issues and medications and eating healthier. Has that been something in your house that you've seen change?
Like my grandma, she has diabetes, and I have allergies. Like basically, I'm allergic to the air itself. So
Did she say she's allergic to
To air, yeah, pretty much.
I have a lot of allergies. So basically, like when she first taught us that, my allergies actually got better now, and my grandma's diet, because now eating more healthy, like most of her diabetes don't really bother her as much as it should, and my allergies don't bother me as much as it used to now. especially with white rice, because white rice, it turned out it's just dyed. So if you eat white rice, bleached, so eating bleached rice, it just cause more problems. So having brown rice is better.
The carbs will hurt you. The best thing
and the bleach will do you in. So
well, the best thing you can do for rice is cauliflower rice.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. Now again, there's a little more expense, of course. Unless you take a cauliflower, like I've had the chef come in here and she shows you how to grate it.
Yeah. Another thing that they really enjoyed is when we were doing we talk about community issues, what's stopping the community from getting healthy. You know, from food deserts to, do you remember? Transportation.
Oh, true.
And access. And what else? Do you remember? Because we made a project, a food truck. So what problems were those solving in the community?
Food deserts and having the inability to like actually have healthier foods.
what is a food desert?
A food desert is when there isn't a lot of like grocery stores in one place. They have to travel like a long way to go get actual good groceries. So they resort to having just like fast foods because it's right there and it's convenient.
It's convenient, right? And then it leads to all these other health issues.
Yes.
I grew up in the desert.
You grew up in a food desert. Well, we talked about that also the last hour, right? The financials of raising a family on limited budgets.
You got to be clever. If you know some people that don't live in the desert, then you have to sort of work something out, let them go shopping and sort of work it out.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like let's say a food desert is classified depending on the area between 1 and 2 miles. There's no grocery store, so you have family who may not have a car or things like that. Where do they go? They're not going to be able to go 2-3 miles to a grocery store, so they go to the corner store or they'll go to the fast food because that's within their vicinity, or the grocery stores in certain areas, the fruit section is this big. The food. The fruits and vegetables are not necessarily always great, and they're a lot more expensive because they don't sell as much because they're not as good quality. You know, they don't stay fresh a long time either.
And it makes a big difference. Now, you both live in Boca. Do you live in Delray?
Yes.
And what have you taught your family about what you've learned with Eat Better, Live Better?
I taught my family that we should eat better because
Does it make you feel different?
Yes.
Makes you feel good.
Yes.
Well, that's a reason in itself.
Does it help with school?
It helps. It helps with school. When you could stay focused in class.
What are some healthy snacks you bring for school?
I bring a lot of vegetables.
Really?
Yes.
Do you like them?
Yes. I like vegetables for lunch.
That's pretty impressive, right?
That is very impressive.
How do you like that, Freddie?
And she's wearing green like a vegetable.
I don't like carrots for some reason. It looks good when you're eating it, but when I eat it, I don't know. I can't eat it. I hate carrots.
You don't like carrots. You don't like peppers.
I can't eat peppers because I'm allergic to them. I start to sneeze.
Can't eat oranges.
Is that sneeze? This was a
This
sneeze?
is sneeze. Yeah. Oranges.
Sounds like a sneeze.
And it's funny. Athletes, we used to take oranges, right? A bag of oranges. We used to cut them up and then freeze them, so that when you played, you got cold oranges, and it brought your body temperature down as an athlete. So we used to do that. Frozen grapes.
Frozen bananas.
Mango. I never froze a mango, yes, but a lot of
You
people
never had a
can't
frozen
eat 'em.
banana dipped in chocolate?
No.
Really?
No, Coach. Put me in the game, Coach. Put me in. No. Never had that. But I tried a lot of different things when I was growing up, because I used to play a lot of ball, and I couldn't hang out at McDonald's eating them burgers. And White Castle, I love you, but I couldn't eat that either. As an athlete, it's different. And then when you're a student athlete, you still got to pull the grades to be able to play, right?
Yes.
So I had to eat right at a very young age, and a Latino diet is very heavy in carbs. Very heavy, because we grew up with very little money, and we had to eat what was on the table or you didn't eat. Really simple.
And have you learned to read labels?
Yes. A lot.
What are some of the most common misnomers?
Saturated fats.
Tell us about that.
Like, we learned the difference between good fats and bad fats. And once you look at the label and you really start to go in depth of what you're actually eating, these big names kind of throw you off because they're so big and they're like, you're just like, I don't want to know what it is. It's too big to look up. And she's taught us to like look them up and actually see what we're eating. And once we found out what we were actually eating, it like changes your mindset.
What were some, I know that some of them are really big names. What was some of them that you found out?
Do you remember the name for that oil? The one that was really, really bad?
It's so big.
You remember it? Hydrogenated oil.
Hydrogenated oil.
What does it mean? What does it do? Remember?
Oh, doesn't it like kind of evaporate?
In your bloodstream.
No, that's the other one. Sorry.
No, when you heat it up, you heat that oil up so hot, or it becomes
it becomes a plastic.
Yeah. And then what happens?
So if you have that oil, it can clog up your bloodstreams, and it'll be hard for blood to travel through your veins and also your blood vessels. So.
It used to be so simple when you ate lard.
It's the same thing. It's just like injecting fat in your arteries.
Lard?
Pretty much. Hydrogenated fats, hydrogenated oils, right? So now the front of the boxes say no hydrogenated fats, but you have to look at the back of the box and realize
It'll say partially hydrogenated.
Right? And sometimes they change the names because the front says no, because our food companies say the front will say one thing, but you really have to read the back. Part of the curriculum is you've taught them to really look at the ingredients that you're eating.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's one of the most important things on the label. Like the fats, the protein, the carbs, the sugars, right? Yeah, all that. And
Sugar's a big one.
Yeah, and then also, but I wanted to let them talk about, they loved the project with the food truck. So we designed this community project, and we talked about the community issues. And then they actually created
a food truck?
Everything. Like, tell them everything we do
All
with
right,
the food
hold
truck.
that thought. We're going to talk about the food trucks when we get back from commercial break. 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming, as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages, or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. What is Debra size? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debra size. Debra size comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debra size can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening, to higher level boot camp and weight training. Debra size will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283.
Do you
want to enhance your love life with flowers? Rejuvenate love, life, health with flowers from Blossom Moments? Weekly deliveries to your home, your business, hospital, or even senior centers. Give us a call at 561-951-6343. Blossom Moments could also coordinate your wedding or event. Contact Blossom Moments at bmgevents.net. For all of your floral event needs, large or small, call Blossom Moments. 561-951-6343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Dawn and Freddie S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in for a cup of coffee or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. Don't forget, sharing is caring, and to like this video. Let's reopen the cafe doors now. Back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. You ready to do a new intro for us?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Hey guys, this is the Brooklyn TV show.
I like that for ad-libbing.
We need to do that for Eat Better, Live Better too.
That is really cool. We're going to have to use it. Dylan, can we use that? Dylan.
I don't think Dylan can hear you. He's working
Dylan,
very
can
hard.
you hear me?
And I need to commend our producers that came in today because a lot of them have gone home for winter break or they're home with their family. So thank you, Monica and Dylan, for coming in. Sometimes we've got 10, 12 in here.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the 2. And Sammy, we've now added you to the mix for the week. You never know. If you walk in here, we're going to put you to work.
Well, Sammy's heading home on the 29th, you said, right?
Yes.
And when do you come back?
Here?
Yeah, well, when do you come back to Florida?
Maybe over my spring break.
Oh, you come back over here, we'll put you to work.
So what do you think of this whole situation?
Really interesting experience.
Isn't it like the
My
coolest?
first time. What?
Isn't it like the coolest? Now, when you go back home, you can tell everybody about the Brooklyn Cafe.
I will. I'm putting it on Instagram right now.
Wait, she talk, her dad works for one of those big networks.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yes.
Tell Dad, come on down. We got something to talk about.
Your dad runs audio, right?
Yeah, he works audio on the Today Show in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
What's your dad's name?
Scott Cookman.
Now we can say it. When I see the Today Show, I know the sound guy.
It's pretty cool, right?
Yes, on Channel
But does
12.
he know you?
It doesn't matter.
He will when
I'm gonna
Sammy's
tell you
done.
something. I used to watch the 12 o'clock news.
Channel 12 CBS
Yes.
with Chris Farrell.
Yes, and Chris Farrell, I used to fight with Chris.
Sounds
because he would
like-
say, whatever. He used to say it's going to rain. And I had a brick made of sponge, and I used to throw it in the TV. Chris, you don't know what you're talking about. And guess what happened?
It rained.
No, we met Chris Farrell.
Yes.
And he became a friend of the show. Not only did he become a friend of the show, he had a piece of art here on the set.
Yes.
And we sold it.
Yes. That pink lamp that we used to have.
Yeah. That was
Dawn
Chris
Cliff had
Farrell.
made that, and they sold it.
It was Chris Farrell, and he came in. I got pictures of the banana and the glasses.
Do you remember he came when the solar eclipse?
Yes. I was looking at
That was fun, right? He brought us the glasses. That's when you got your tie, your banana tie to look like the
got
moon.
it somewhere.
So I have it. It's in my bag back here. My Mary Poppins bag of tricks, and that segment's coming soon as well.
Which one?
What's in your bag?
What's in your bag? What's this section? What is this section?
What is the segment brought to you by Blossom Moments Floral? Jermina, I'm telling you, if you guys are looking for Christmas decorations, contact Jermina at Blossom Moments Floral, 561-951-6343. She actually granted us my first Christmas tree that I've ever had, and all the wreaths and the garland, and she always has beautiful flowers on our set. Wednesday we'll have a new centerpiece joining us. She comes every Wednesday. She changes the water, and she's just so lovely from every day, from teachers to hospitals, nursing homes, senior centers, or huge events. She does a full-size peacock out of flowers. So
That's
one
my
day,
favorite animal.
Peacock?
Yes.
How come?
Every feather's different, and it's just so beautiful. I've actually loved peacocks from the beginning. They're my favorite animal.
I think that maybe we can incorporate a peacock into your Eat Better, Live Better, because every feather's different, and every one of the students and teachers' lives that you touch is different, but yet it all makes the peacock, right?
Exactly.
And it all makes eating better, living better, and what you do. Maybe we can add the peacock to your logo.
Not to the
Someplace.
logo. I
Someplace
just
in
created
your-
a mascot.
Okay, he can be your mascot. As
my
opposed to
mascot's an apple. We're just trying to name him now.
What is your mascot?
An
An
apple.
apple, superhero apple.
It looks
Name
like a
him
call him
Peacock.
Peacock.
Very simple. He's calling Peacock. How do we come up with the same craziness at the same time?
And the most important aspect of this whole blossom moment with the flowers is get out of the doghouse. Flower arrangement. So if you are fighting with your lady because you went shopping over the weekend, the Miami Dolphins lost again.
Or you didn't go
Or
shopping
they
over
just
the
blew
weekend.
their lead and lost again, and you didn't go shopping. Get out of the doghouse. Call.
Blossom Moments Floral. Contact Jermina. You can also go to her website at bmgevents.net, 561-951-6343.
And she will put an arrangement to help you get out of jail.
We've actually posted some of her arrangements on our Brooklyn Cafe TV website, so on our Facebook page, actually.
I got a friend of mine that actually called her.
Good.
Because he
was in
actually
the doghouse?
went into the doghouse thing.
It's a true thing, though.
Well, that's what happens, guys. I mean, we like to watch football on Sundays, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, guess what happens when you got Christmas on Tuesday and football game on Sunday? You say, I'll be right back. After 4 o'clock. Let's go. And then when you go at 4 o'clock, the malls are like this.
Let me tell you something about yesterday's football game. I wanted to watch 60 Minutes because they were talking about Apostle Paul in the first area that really embraced Christianity and Christmas. Every time I turned on CBS, football.
Yeah.
Turned it on again. Football. 6
60
o'clock.
minutes is until
7
8
o'clock.
o'clock.
7:30. And I'm
8
like, you know
o'clock.
what? By now I got to make dinner and do laundry.
8 o'clock.
I missed it.
No, you
Football
you
all
hit
day
record,
long.
Dawn. You hit record.
All day long was football. Just saying.
This is what I mean. Get out of the doghouse.
Get out of the doghouse.
You were talking about last week how there's on demand every Wednesday. You know you're gonna mess up, just send it every Wednesday.
Just a revolving account.
Yeah.
There you go. 561-951-6343. Before we run out of time, though, I want to make sure we talk about the food truck project that you all did.
Okay, so the food truck project, it actually was a fun idea. We did this in Rivera, actually, and we all had a contest. We made a group, and we said whose logo would be the best, and what idea. And we also made an app. We actually had an app project.
Really?
And I think one of the winning ones was a broccoli superhero. And I think that was mine.
Yes, it was yours.
It was mine.
She's an amazing artist.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do with the food truck? What was the concept?
The concept was to drive them through neighborhoods, because a lot of people food deserts, and we believe that driving food trucks to other people, except for driving for a long distance just to get healthy food, would be better, and it will also not really allow them, but make a better concept in eating healthier, and that way they can make healthy choices and just having people coming to them with healthy food.
Did you make a menu?
Well, it's not a menu. What's
It's not
all
a
in there?
menu. It's just
like
It's awareness.
Yes.
No. What foods are on the truck?
So we all have fruit, basically apples, mangoes, and then we also have vegetables like carrots, spinach, squash, and also beans. So it's basically everything that is grown is in a food truck, and we just sell it for half the price that basically stores usually sell them for.
Did you get a chance to do it?
Not yet.
Where did you get the truck?
No, it was all it's all conceptual.
Oh, it's conceptual?
I'm thinking we need to get you a truck.
Yeah.
I think I have an idea.
Because we on the food truck we want nuts, grains, oils, fruits and vegetables.
You know what I'm thinking?
No.
The party bus.
No, you can't sell food truck on the party bus.
But not the party bus, but one of their modes of transportation. And
they have seats. They need something to hold the fruits and vegetables.
Well, why can't they just do it for a day and be able to take their concept on the road? It's just a conceptual idea.
You need a Mr. Softy truck. You know,
Okay.
that holds the ice cream and the wraps.
Somebody else told me that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's Mr. Softy?"
Really?
It's the biggest soft.
And the soft ice
the biggest ice
How does
cream
she
truck.
not know Mr. Softy? Because
What
she's
year
that much
was that?
younger than we are.
In the 80s.
I was born in the 80s, like the later.
Well, that's
80s.
why we had it when you were born. But I got a different idea. You can have a van that you put in crates to hold the
Yeah, that's
vegetables.
what we're gonna do.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, but that's not a party bus.
All right, so we take one of their smaller vans.
But I have another. You guys know Fruit of the Loom underwear?
They probably don't.
You ever heard of Fruit of the Loom underwear?
Yes.
Yes, I got a yes. Fruit of the Loom became popular, and you know how they did it? It wasn't because of the underwear. They tried everything to sell the underwear. It was because they did these pieces. Mr. Apple,
The
Mr.
dancing
Banana,
mascots.
Dancing mascots. And they used to go around to malls. And that's how Fruit of the Loom became the #1 selling underwear in the country. True story.
Yeah, and so I guess with us, we wanted to turn like the ice cream truck concept into a mobile grocery store that's affordable, that takes cash, credit card, and food stamps.
I think it's a fantastic idea. Wow.
Yeah, so we designed this whole mobile produce, Eat Better, Live Better produce truck, and we created this business plan. We wrote a letter to the mayor to introduce it. We came up with like literally everyone had a role, and we carried it out, and we made teams, and we actually turned into fruition, except, the actual, but it's great because it taught you guys a lot about what you need to create a business, leadership, finding a problem, creating a solution.
You
So
did all
it's
that with them?
Yeah.
How do you come up with all of these ideas, Deborah?
Well, I don't know.
That's really amazing. I
the
think
kids
we should
inspire me, like from what they,
Get closer to the mic.
The kids inspire me.
I think we should really look for a food truck or someone to work with you to do that, because I think it's an incredible concept.
If you have a food truck, if you have a truck that you don't want, because there's a lot of people out there that have things.
Especially before the end of the year, you're looking to make a donation and you have a van that you want to donate. Eat Better, Live Better is a 501c3.
We are fully tax write-off. Yeah, you can write it off.
So if you have a truck that we can perhaps use and sort of have to figure out how to make it custom, I'm sure we can put our heads together and come up with that. But send us a truck, give us a call at 866-224-5422, or reach out to us on Facebook or however, and put your truck to good use.
Right, people looking for tax donations for the end of the year. I know it's Christmas, but the end of the year is only a week away. And what better way to donate a truck or a van to Eat Better, Live Better for the kids? There you have it.
Or money. We need donations. We need people to sponsor schools and programs. I could do so much more with the youth if I had more funding, which is one of the biggest problems I have because I'm not even 3 years old yet.
How do they contact you?
They can call the number 877-434-KIDS, 877-434-KIDS. They can find us online at eblb.org, which stands for Eat Better, Live Better. That's eblb.org, or on social media.
And ladies, how do they find KOP?
KOP? So, I'm going to give you the number first.
You got to be quick.
Okay, KOP, you can contact me on the website, it's KOP.com, or you can see my now, he's the CEO of our program, and his number is 561-665-1151.
Thank
or they
you
can
so
call
much.
me and I'll get them in touch too.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Be kind to each other. Be safe. Girls, ladies, thank you for joining us, KOP. Sammy, we will see you Wednesday, same time, same place. Be kind to each other.
Well, we have shows playing on Facebook, so we'll see you tonight, tomorrow, and then live on Wednesday.
Have a great day. Bye.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more goodwill next time. You can follow the cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.